Good day, sir. I am Chermila Badan from Bsit and one of the members of this report, which is all about 7 steps of moral reasoning model. So here are my members: Patrick John Gomez, Gia Labuga, me, and Shanri Nicholas. There are 7 steps. First is gather the facts. 2. Determine the ethical issues. 3. Determine what virtues or principles have a bearing on the case. 4. List the alternatives. 5. Compare the alternatives with the virtues and principles. 6. Often here you have to weigh principles and virtues. And lastly, make a decision including one justification for that decision. Number 1. Gather the facts. It is essential that in moral decision-making, one has to know the general facts of the moral situation before coming up with a moral analysis, more so a decision or an evaluation. So, taking notes and pictures at the time of accident can help you gather the facts. For example, use your cell phone to take photographs of the road, the vehicles, and the parties. The ethical issues. After having identified the facts and overall context of the moral situation, the ethical issues involved in the situation must be clearly stated in order to specify what the issue one has to make a decision to. This section must likewise clearly state the major moral dilemma involved in the case. Example: bullying affects all schools. However, public school teachers and counselors often ignore the signs or brush it off when students report something. They prefer to stay out of moral ethical issues as much as possible to avoid any public complaints from parents. However, it is more obligation of adults and students to report and stop bullying whenever possible to avoid escalation.
3. Determine what virtues principles have a bearing on the case. Applicable ethical values and principles relevant to the case must be identified and replaced in order to justify how such principles would be used in coming up with a decision concerning the moral dilemma later. In addition, the sources of these principles must be acknowledged. These values and principles could come from: number 1, establish philosophical ethical principles; number 2, socio-cultural norms; number 3, socio-political norms and laws; number 4, religious traditions and others. Example: the scenario may involve the rights of ownership of property or the value of a human life. If you look at the possible solution to the problem, you will likely identify the moral principles.
Good day, sir. I am Shanri Nicholas and the 4th reporter of this group, and my topic is all about list of alternatives. Ethical decision-making refers to the process of evaluating and choosing among alternatives in a manner consistent with ethical principles. In making ethical decisions, it is necessary to perceive and eliminate unethical options and select the best ethical alternatives.
My name is Gia Faith Labuga and my topic is all about to consider the consequences. So if the principles have not yielded a clear decision, consider the consequences of your alternatives. You have to take the alternatives and work out the negative and positive consequences of each. So you have to estimate how beneficial each positive and negative consequences are, and some might have greater weight than the others.
So, I'm Patrick John Gomez and I'm the last reporter for the 7 steps of moral reasoning model. So, in the last step is make a decision, including one's justification for decisions. So, in these steps, since deliberation ought not to give on forever, a decision must be made at some point. It must be realized that one common element to moral dilemmas is that there are no easy and painless solutions to them. Normally, the decision that is made is one that possesses the least number of problems or negative consequences, not one that is devoid of them. So,